Who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men?
Turn your dial to find the frequency of the past.
Captain Midnight.
Where the classic stories of mysteries, sci-fi, thrillers, and suspense are found waiting to be heard once again.
Another case for Nick Carter, Master Detective.
You'll find a variety of those stories here, in their original form, where each episode takes you to another place or time.
The Man of Bronze, Doc Savage.
But only when you find the mystery frequency. Available everywhere.
The shadow knows.
Our LCS is Cowabunga Comics, Lake Country, Wisconsin's best pop culture destination for new comics, back issues, gaming, retro video games, vinyl, and figures. Give them a call, 262-569-9999. Check them out online at cowabungacomics.com or follow them on Twitter at Incredicow. They are our LCS, and we utilize their deep discount mail order service to bring Oconomowoc, Wisconsin closer to us. They'll take care of you. Tell them Drew and Kyle sent you. Say hi to Eric and James from us. If you need an LCS, you can't go wrong with Cowabunga Comics.
And you're listening to Comics for Fun and Profit. This is Kyle Windsor with your sneak peek at next week, episode number 961 for comics originally releasing February the 19th, 2025. But before Drew and I get into what's coming up in your local comic book shops this coming Wednesday, Drew, you got anything fun and neat from the world of comics?
No, I've been reading some fun stuff. I mean,
there you go.
Did I tell you I started reading Giant Days, that old Boombox book? I really like it. It's like these three girls in college in Britain, in the UK. So
you lost me.
Yeah, it's a little different, like vernacular and things that go on over there. So it's not quite the same, but I read the first 6, and I really thought it was pretty good. That's the same people I think who did. Is that the same people who did Fence that I used to like? Maybe, I don't know if it was them or not.
Yeah.
Just finished.
Go ahead.
Just finished that Plastic Man No More. That was a fun one from DC. It was like he was a really bad dad. And so that was kind of like him trying to reconcile for his son the whole 4-issue series.
Okay.
And but also stop himself from turning into a puddle because his molecules were coming apart. So that was a lot of fun. I like that.
So some of it you could pertain to, some of it you couldn't pertain to.
Yeah. I'm not a puddle, but I've been a bad dad, so I know how that. But it made me feel good about my parenting skills because I was way better than this guy.
That's right. Screw you, Plastic Man.
Yeah, he's like I do better than you. But yeah, I've been reading a lot of good stuff, and Big Two, and there have been some good stuff there, and indies have, of course, ruled the day for me, so they've been good.
We had the Super Bowl last weekend. Did you watch the trailers?
I did not. I did not watch the Super Bowl or the trailers. I ended up YouTubing the Kendrick Lamar halftime show to see that.
So you did not see the Thunderbolts trailer?
I probably had seen it already, right, on YouTube, or was it a new trailer?
It was a new trailer.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that original trailer, and I thought it looked good.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Did you ever end up watching the Fantastic Four trailer?
Yeah, I did. It looked like it'd be. It reminded me a little of WandaVision.
Exactly. Yeah, that throwback era.
I was like, just make this a series, man. That'd be a good little series.
I'm curious whether Doom's going to come out of it, and I'm curious whether it's going to be all about their kid, because it seems to happen over a long period, or at least a year period of time, or whatever. And I like the Galactus shot.
Yeah, that was a good shot. I like the look of it. The look of it was cool. The period look. I like that a lot. I want to see it. So we got some good stuff to choose from.
Absolutely. All right, Drew, let's get into all the fun here. Let's head on over to our good friends at comicbookinvest.com, CBSI, and let's look at the Hot 10 for February the 14th, 2025. Happy Valentine's Day, Drew. Nobody I'd rather be spending it with than you.
Right. Did you give me some chocolates?
Yes, absolutely. Flowers are on their way. At rank 1, we have Fantastic Four 49, Stanley Jack Kirby, climbing the top spot this week. We have the all-time classic, despite similar volumes with more than 20 sales again this week. They're probably asking how this one made the top 10. Well, considering last week's overall average sales of around $350, this week's overall average soared to $890. More higher grade sales included a raw high of $1,250. There's even a PGX 9.0 that sold for $3,800. But it wasn't necessarily those sales alone that raised the average, as last week saw many low-grade sales in the $200 to $300 range, while this week was more expensive copies. That can't be ignored, and if a modern book jumped in average price like this, we would hesitate to place it in the top tier. So here we are.
Very cool.
At rank 2, we have Sentry #1, Paul Jenkins with Jai Lee on cover art. Following the drop of a new Super Bowl trailer, we are seeing some action on the first appearance of the Sentry and the Void. Over 30 sales this week is an increase of 289%, as average sales are back around $80, with a high of $100 for CGC 9.8. Raws with a high of 100 and CGC 9.8 hitting 275 this week, Drew.
So what was the trailer that Sentry was in?
I don't know. Was it? I don't know if he was in that.
That'd be a Marvel thing.
Yeah.
So was he in Fantastic Four and I didn't know?
He may have been.
Or Thunderbolts.
Yeah, he was in the Thunderbolts trailer. Sorry, that's what I meant to say.
Yeah.
He was in the Thunderbolts trailer. Yeah. So you missed a lot with the Thunderbolts trailer.
I guess I should have watched it. But I mean, the last one I saw was like really long. It was like, it felt like a 2-minute trailer.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't want to keep watching these trailers. I want to see everything in the movie.
Mm-hmm. Well, unfortunately, as a speculator, sir.
Yeah.
You got to sacrifice.
You got to make that sacrifice. Yeah.
At rank 3, Hulk #1. This is Red Hulk. Cap 4 hit theaters today, and during the lead up, many folks rushed back to this book. Last year's overall hot book makes it a good book again for 2025. With over 50 sales this week, volumes are up nearly 30% from last week, as prices are still averaging about $60, with a high roll sale of $75. The real standout this week was a newsstand CGC 9.8 for $885, while direct editions $300.
Good price. Good price.
Yeah, absolutely. Fantastic Four annual #6, of course, more Stanley and Jack Kirby. Rumors and speculation that Franklin Richards could be in FF. First steps have many collectors going back to this classic. Let's not forget that this book is also the first appearance of Annihilus, who is also the rumored villain of an upcoming Nova series, and this book has a lot going for it. This week had more than 20 sales, represent an increase in 80%. Very good raw copies, right around 100 to 125, while CGC 7.0 went for $300.
So the thing with Franklin is, as far as Marvel continuity goes, it's like him at the end of the universe, right? He's like the last man standing at the end of the universe.
That sounds right.
And I guess I hope they don't like that. I hope that's not the storyline they tack on in the end credits or something. Well, maybe just we get Franklin and he shows powers or something. Maybe
it's possible. Hopefully something cool like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've heard him, like, isn't he the one they reference as like the God Mutant?
Yeah.
Oh.
He's like omnipotent.
At rank 5, we have an Incredible Hulk 256, going back to Cap 4 in theaters. Now we have another book that saw a surge this week in volumes thanks to Sabra's appearance in the film. Spoiler alert.
I wouldn't know Sabra if you come up and punch me in the face and said, "Hey, I'm Sabra."
With over 20 sales this week, that is a 200% increase in last week's volumes. His prices are around $25 on average, while a high overall sale hit $60. The real standout is the CGC 9.8 that sold for $550. At rank 6, we have Captain America 25. This is the Rick Remender book from not that many years ago. Speaking of Cap 4, this issue has also seen significant increase in the last 2 weeks, with over 40 sales compared to just 8 the prior weeks. Many copies have changed hands in the last 2 weeks, as the average raw price went from about $15 and highs at $20. CGC 9.8s are $125, as the film is finally hitting theaters. It will be interesting to see if those volumes hold now that the movie has dropped, or if they will wane.
Yeah, I mean, we got a Falcon as Captain America series already, so it's weird that the movie spiked interest in this again. You should have already had that interest, right?
I would have thought.
Yeah, I guess movies move the needle a little more.
People love to watch things.
Yeah, that's right.
At rank 7, we have Invincible 61, my boy Robert Kirkman and Ryan Otley. So Invincible Season 3 is currently airing on Amazon, and speculators are banking on Conquest showing up before the season's end. Last week's copies could be had for $20. Granted, not a lot of volume, with about a dozen sales this week, but the average sale price was jumped from $80 with a raw high of $160. CGC 9.8 selling for $285.
I really liked the first season of Invincible, but I never watched the second.
Same for me. It was one of those things where I was like, I'm going to wait when they're all banked and just chilling there.
Yeah.
I will definitely be in Invincible mood. I have yet to have that mood.
Yeah, it was. I mean, that first season was really good, and I was like, oh, that's great. You know how I like to watch cartoons, and and then for some reason, I just never went back to it when the second one came out. Now they're on the third, so. I put on a pile.
Unfortunately, anime is like Solo Leveling and things have piqued my interest more than jumping into Invincible. So I will have to make myself do it.
Yeah, and like it's very rare that I have TV time without the wife around.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's all compromise stuff. Like,
feel judged.
Well, which is not compromise. It's like what she wants to watch, basically. And I'm like, okay. And none of this stuff will ever make that list. I got lucky with Skeleton Crew, because Star Wars, I can get her on Star Wars, but comic book stuff, no, I cannot.
That's funny. At rank 8, we have Mark Spears Monsters #2, another sneaky riser this past week, with cover A that could be had for $30. Now it's an average of 42, with highs hitting 60. Despite only about a dozen sales, this cover has quietly taken the lead among the open order options for this first and second print, or for the second issue.
God, people love this Mark Spears guy.
Yeah, he's the hot new thing. At rank 9, Magic #1, the Rivals cover by NetEase. We've talked about this ad nauseum. Back on the list, this cover seems to be separating itself from the pack of Marvel Rivals cover. Last week it was 25, now it's 35, high of 50. Looking around 40. At rank 10, Earth X #12. Alex Ross cover, Alex Ross writer. Hanging on to the top spot, or hanging on to a spot on the list, we have Shala Ball bookending the list as the Herald of Galactus, up 60% in volumes with a couple dozen sales. The average sales also crept up to 35 with a high of 50.
Yeah, so that's definitely the Herald in Fantastic Four.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wolverine 145. This Error edition sold this week as a CGC 9.6 green label for a whopping $8,900. A similar green label 9.8 sold a week or so ago for $8,988. What's interesting here is that a blue label CGC 9.6 with the same missing foil sold just a few weeks ago for $106.
So it's a foil. Oh, that's supposed to be on the claws?
Yeah, I assume we're supposed to see a reflection or foil on the claws. It's just straight up white.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, gotcha. Manufacturing error without foil on the cover.
But a 9.6 sold for $100.
That was blue labeled, but the green labels here are selling for high end.
And do you know the difference between a blue label and a green label?
Qualified grade is green, and then a standard grade is blue.
What does that mean, qualified grade?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not completely. I've always seen it as a bad thing. I always thought green for bad.
Qualified grade because it's an error comic?
Yeah, I guess, because like hypothetically something's wrong with it that would denigrate the grade, but it's not anybody's fault that it was that, so it's kind of be qualified. Yeah, who knows?
Okay.
And then we have Amazing Spider-Man 654, the second print, setting a new all-time high sale of $3,100 in a CGC 9.8. Just this October, a CGC 9.8 was only $602. That's quite a jump for Flash Thompson getting all symbiote and whatnot. So that's just a notable sale there.
This is just a rare
second print. Yep, we just don't see a lot of this second print. And when we do, we don't see them in 9.8s. So this one is solid gold when you can get it. Solid gold.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what else is solid gold, Drew?
What is solid gold, man?
Magic Mind is solid gold.
Solid green. It's solid green, man.
Solid green, absolutely. It's not a replacement for my caffeine in the morning. It is something I take after my caffeine in the morning to give me that over the hump. It's a mind booster. Keeps me fresh, keeps me going, all that kind of fun stuff. I've learned to very much enjoy the taste of matcha. And boy, I could use a mental performance shot in the day. And thankfully I have this one.
You and me both, man. Some days I am glad I got the Magic Mind to get me over the hump because, yeah, a mental performance shot is what the doctor ordered. And I like the taste. I like the fact that it's just a tiny little shot. It's in, it's out. Well, it's not out, but you know what I mean. And I'm done, and I take it and move on with my morning. And good stuff, man. Time-released caffeine all day long.
Can't beat that.
I really like the fact that they're donating stuff to charity for all their sales this year. That's pretty sweet. And the no risk, 100% refund, no question asked for 100 days. Who does that?
Yeah, absolutely.
You got to believe in the stuff if you're going to have that kind of guarantee. So we think it's pretty cool. You should definitely check it out. Go to magicmind.com/comicsfun to claim up to 48% off with the code COMICS, COMICS, and get all that, almost half off your first subscription, or 20% off just a one-time purchase to give it a try with the code COMICS at checkout, magicmind.com/comicsfun. You'll be glad you did.
Absolutely, definitely glad you did. Every little bit we can do helps. All right, Drew, we've gone through quite a bit of different previews catalogs leading up into these next few months, but let's get into the big old previews book. And let's see what Boom has in store for April. Look at some of our smaller publishers I'm having trouble figuring out who's still where. So let's go through the old previews and look at some, Boom books and stuff.
Yeah, it's is it possible this is the last previews catalog? One of the last previews catalogs we ever see? Possible. We should enjoy it while it's here because
that's exactly right.
It could be gone. And I think PGX, or not PGX, PRH, Penguin Random House, bought Boom. And originally they were going to phase out at the end of their contract in June or something. At that point, they'd move over to Penguin exclusively. And with this bankruptcy thing from Diamond, I think they're jumping ship in March. So this may be the last time we see Boom in here.
Yeah.
Even if we do see a catalog.
If we do see a catalog, it will not be the same.
Not be the same.
And since we're talking Boom, of course, we're going to be talking about Something is Killing the Children, book number 41.
I cannot believe there have been 41 issues of this.
Yeah, I remember when this was just a tiny little book.
Yep.
Now we have Werther Del Endre covers, Jenny Frizen covers, Miguel Mercado covers, Anwita Citraya covers, Miguel Mercado with another cover, another Jenny Frizen, Paul Pope, Tula Lote, my good friend TBA. All kinds of great covers.
Always quality.
Something is Killing Something is Killing the Children went from, having a cover with a Frism B to, we got 10 of them here for this special, number 41.
Yeah, and it went from cover price to $100 too.
Yeah.
It's expensive, some of those.
Apparently, this pivotal issue is the best-selling horror saga. This is a deep dive into Eric's past. We continue to re-enter her younger years. Beautiful covers. Love that Mercado.
Eric with a Erica. It's like, oh.
Then we go into Hello Darkness, number 10. This is, of course, the R.L. Stine and Company book. R.L. Stine and Francesco Francavilla.
Yeah, we always like him.
Yep, absolutely. Beautiful cover there as well. Freaky Jenny Frison cover where she's got spiders crawling out of her mouth. I think less of you, Jenny, and I apologize, but you've given me nightmares.
She knows her craft.
And this Christian Ward with a bunch of glass makes him look very Darth Maul.
It does look Darth Maulish.
Then, since we're in Boom, we got to talk Power Rangers. Power Rangers Prime, number 6. Then Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, The Death Ranger 1. That looks like an interesting, big old, giant collected edition of 272 pages.
Does anybody in your circle grow up on Power Rangers, or are they all too old or young?
All too old.
All too old.
Black Badge, the complete edition for our boy Matt Kent. Love that book. Highly think this is going to be something I'm going to look into, is grabbing this one.
What is this?
This was the Boy Scout book that I loved so much when it came out.
And this is just a new collection of it?
Collects Black Badge 1 through 12 for $20. So you're getting 12 issues for $20.
You can't beat that.
This really, really, really good series. So
300 pages.
Highly recommend it. And hopefully those really cool cover Bs are in here as well. So
I don't think I read the second volume. I didn't know there were more than 6.
Yeah, there was two things.
Okay.
Heavy Vinyl Complete Collection. Not sure what that's about. It looks like some records and stuff.
What do you think of this practice of solicit first, cover second?
I want to see the cover, then the solicit. It's driving me nuts.
Yeah, it's weird. Incorporate it into the page or show it first.
Yeah. High hopes for this book here. I missed the first one. The Last Boy, 2 of 5, a Dan Panosian book.
Oh, okay.
So after the shocking events of the last issue, Peter finds himself at a loss as he tries to comprehend the new status quo. Needing to help move forward, he'll need to call on the Lost Boys once again.
So it's a Robin Hood thing?
No, it's Peter Pan thing.
That's what did I say? Robin
You
Hood?
said Robin Hood.
Yeah, that's not yeah. You know what I meant, though. I meant Peter.
I didn't know what you meant, but I wanted to hang out to dry just a little for fun.
I don't blame you, yeah.
But that seems like a really cool series, just a 5-issue series. I don't know if it'll be on the Peter Panzerfaust level, but still.
I forgot about Peter Panzerfaust.
Bronze Faces 3 from Shobo and Schaff. The Creeping Below, number 4, Brian Azzarello with Vanessa Del Rey on art.
Is that a Vanessa Del Rey cover?
Nope, that is a Maria Wolf cover.
Wow, that is detailed.
Yeah, there's some creepy stuff going on there. Minor Arcana, number 6, Jeff Lemire. You can tell that's Jeff Lemire on everything there.
Yeah, from a mile away, right?
Mm-hmm. When I Lay My Vengeance Upon Thee, 4 of a 5-issue series by Gus Moreno.
I still have that first issue and I haven't read it yet.
I like the baptism cover on cover B. That's pretty dope. In Bloom 5, finishing up that Michael W. Conrad series. Uncanny Valley 9 by Tony Fleeks. The Armory Wars, No World for Tomorrow, 10 of 12.
Oh, it's our Coheed and Cambria guys, right?
Yeah, Claudio Sanchez. Mouse Guard, Dawn of the Black X, 2 of 3. Mouse Guard is always so cute and adorable, and I assume this comes in the book format, but we'll see.
Yeah, we hate the square bound stuff. We hate anything that doesn't fit in the box right.
I want a big floppy book. Yep.
Yeah.
That being said, I have several Mouse Guard books, and
I do too. And I mean, I've got a couple of like oversized magazine boxes where I can put all the weird shaped stuff, and it goes in there. But why is it that like we're such creatures of habit? Like you can't really experiment with the comic book format. We don't appreciate it, right?
I like what I like, and how dare you make me justify why I like it.
It has to be shaped the exact same way.
Exactly. Kind of how I used to go about dating in college too.
They do have to be shaped the same way. Yeah.
Mouse Guard Facsimile Edition #1, the 20th anniversary of the original the original Mouse Guard. So a square bound limited edition black and white facsimile. That's kind of rad.
And it's 20 years old. Didn't know that.
Yeah. Jim Henson's Labyrinth 8 of 8 as that one moves on. I Heart Skull Crushers 9. Josie Campbell on that one. It's a boombox. Garfield 4 Course 6. I forgot Boom had the rights to the old Nickelodeon stuff.
Yeah. Look at this Hello Darkness.
Yeah, a new vision of horror from today's greatest storytellers. Cullen Bunn, Becky Cloonan, Sarah Anderson, Garth Ennis, Robert Hack.
Tons of people.
Yeah. All right, Drew. Let's talk a little bit of Dynamite while we're at it. You want to do that?
Is that what we're going into? Dynamite?
That's what we're going to do next is Dynamite. So we'll tag up on some Dynamite and Blast from the Past. You know, we've talked about the industry trying to wring every dime they can out of my generation and their love for nostalgia. That's why we have Captain Planet #1. David Papos writing this.
This was a cartoon?
Yes. This was the cartoon about essentially recycling and keeping the world safe. Like they had the powers of like one of their rings, like they put their 5 rings together and it calls Captain Planet, and like one of them was like love and earth and wind.
No, that didn't stick.
I'm sorry, earth, wind, fire, water, heart are the 5 powers that combine to serve Captain Planet. Now we've butched up Captain Planet. Homie here has like beards and stuff.
Yeah.
OG Captain Planet was much more feminine, we'll just say.
Oh, okay. All right.
So this is not your father's Captain Planet, but interesting. I'm very curious where they will go with this one. I mean, in today's time, there's all kinds of cool things. Plus, we have Jai Lee doing covers. So I mean, you're tickling all the right things you need to tickle for me there.
And we put a little David Papos Q&A section in his little bio picture there.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
you don't see that a lot.
Not a lot. They are saying let's get to know this guy and let's trust him and read his books.
Yeah, I guess so.
And now our good friends at Dynamite like to just mash things together and see what sticks. And now we are mashing Red Sonja and the Army of Darkness together. So,
with your boy.
Yeah. Tim Seeley. I love it. Bjorn Barron's also doing a cover. So, I mean... Mark Spears, the hotness that is Mark Spears doing a cover. I actually love that Mark Spears cover. That covers he there. So, I mean... You got me that. Yeah, the cover that's above the solicit is that Bjorn Barron's. I should have known it just from looking at it. All really good stuff. Man, that's awesome. Mark Spears doing a couple. Yeah. You don't see sexy Bjorn Barron's very much, but I'll take it. All right. Blah, blah, blah. Offered again on some things. We have giant size wacky races from Ivan Cohen. And I think was that like, is that like Muttley? Is that that's what I was just? Yep, I can see Muttley on the cover giving a little giggle. Dastardly and Muttley, maybe. Dastard, yeah. Wow. Okay. Flash from the past. Yeah, no kidding. Thundercats Lost #2. Ed Brisson writing these Thundercats spinoffs. Some really good covers there as well. Vampirella 2. That's the Christopher Priest saga that's going on here. And I will not be saying the name of the artist because I'm too dumb. So what is the conceit with Thundercat? Okay. This is like an offshoot of Thundercats. Mm-hmm. Yeah. The Lost Thunderian Warriors led by Commander Bengali. Okay. Was that ever part of... Didn't get that deep into it. So I don't think so. Yeah. Oh, we got some beautiful Jenny Frison Vampirella covers here too, and the cosplay is not very cosplay. It's just AI. Blue. That sucks.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I'm disappointed.
I
Emperor
can't, even, I
Archives.
can't even tell half the time.
Red Sonja attacks Mars. Space Ghost Johnny Quest Space Quest.
What is? What is? Oh, okay, I got you. It's a team up of Space Ghost and Johnny Quest.
Yeah.
Olin Space Quest. I got
Derek Chu cover. That's not bad.
I never watched Space Ghost. I begrudgingly watched Johnny Quest when there was nothing else on Saturday mornings, and I'd be like, I guess I'll watch this. And it was never my favorite. I have no nostalgia for Johnny Quest.
It does nothing for me either. Darkwing Duck 3, collected editions of Hercules, volumes of Lilo and Stitch, DuckTales number 6. Woo!
That I remember fondly.
Mm-hmm.
You were a big fan, right?
More of the video game than the series.
Oh, okay.
I love the NES DuckTales game. One of my favorites.
Okay, all right.
The Herculoids 3. Green Hornet, Miss Fury 4. Again, we're just mashing things together to see what sticks.
Yeah.
I mean, really, they're just like, hey, let's take two properties, bump them together, and put Jai Lee on a cover.
Yeah. Or take Silverhawks, something I do not remember at all,
and throw Ed
and
Brisson
do
on
50
right?
covers.
Yeah.
Oh, is Ed doing that one too?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Now we have Space Ghosts OG series. He's on issue 12. Oh, Terminator's here. Terminator 7. Declan Shalvey writing Terminator. I love Declan.
Yeah, I think I missed that this was even a thing, but hell, they're on issue 7.
Yeah. Thundercats 15. For the original Thundercats, it's moving along. All right, Drew, do we want to talk about Titan or we want to call it quits there?
Now let's take a look at Titan and then move on.
All right. Let's see here. We got some Gunseeker stuff going on here. Oh, man, this list look wacky. Gunseeker Combustion, a Gun Honey series. This looks like a collected. Yeah, collects Heat Seeker Combustion 1 through 4, so that's collected editions. That's collected edition. Everything's collected. Maybe this was a bad idea.
Yeah, maybe you're right. And a lot of Conan. How much Conan could one person?
Yeah, the first ongoing floppy title I find is Conan 20. Savage World of Conan 8. Solomon Kane, The Serpent Ring 2 of 4. That's a Pat Zurcher book. I don't even know anything about that property. More Conan.
Yeah.
Hawk Moon, The Black Jewel.
That's a trade.
Edition. Yeah. Ooh, Dead Space. I love Dead Space. It's a great video game series. Spooky.
Tank Girl's back.
Classic Tank Girl reissues. Loose End 3. An homage to classic 90s crime movies. Yeah, this is not the Titan I remember.
No.
And they're got manga stuff. Oh my.
Yeah. And they're one of those publishers that was Diamond exclusive, so where are they going to land? Anywhere?
That is the question. All right, let's get out of here quicker than we got into it because that scared the crap out of me.
Man, this is not your daddy's previews catalog, man.
Not at all.
It was kind of depressing.
It really was. It was just kind of like limping to the finish line kind of thing.
Yeah. I didn't want to look at the back half. I mean, if that's what we got for the premiere, I don't want to read anymore.
Drew, I don't have anything from our friends at Comics Eating Up or anything else, or our
cover price people.
Yeah, cover price is the word I was looking for. So you want to just head on over to our sneak peek, brother?
Yeah, let's take a look at what Lunar's got to offer.
Yeah, lunar distribution that will begin getting more and more pages as the day goes by. It's becoming the big dog. And let's start with our 19th issue and with Batman 611 Facsimile as we continue to go through all of the Hush series.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I really love Batman and Robin Year One. It's really fantastic. I love Chris Samney's art in this. It's perfect. And can't recommend that series enough. It's so good.
Batman Dark Patterns #1 goes to a second print, Drew.
I'm trying to think what happened in
Set during the early years of Batman's career, Batman Dark Patterns delves into 4 mysterious cases as he attempts to cement his place as Gotham City's protectors, while the city itself fights back against him.
Yeah, I either haven't read it yet, or I've read it and forgot it that quickly. I'm not sure.
Some really nice Catwoman 73 covers. And, of course, we got some Hush homage covers there as well. But I actually like the Frank Cho and the Dan Panosian covers best.
So good. So good.
Crisis on Infinite Earth 11 Facsimile. As we go
almost there.
The crises.
We are almost to the end.
Creature Commandos 5 of 6. Gunslinger, Tales of the Gunslinger Spawn continuing on there as well.
And I guarantee you we're going to be at a con, a mid-level con, regional con, and there's going to be people with the facsimiles trying to get original money out of them.
Yep.
Guarantee it. I guarantee it.
Yep. G.I. Joe 4, a really nice Derek Chew cover there.
Is that Scarlet?
Yep. King Spawn 42.
God. Those are hips.
She's built like a Disney character.
Yeah. Hal, I still haven't read that first issue. I got to read Hal #1. But Hal #2 is also out.
Yeah. Nightwing 1, 2, 3. Don't like the cover A. Dan Panosian's cover B is not too bad. Don't like the cover C. Don't like the cover D. All right. Not a lot of options there for me.
Yeah, and I've been letting these stack up there. That without Tom Taylor, it's really hard to get back in.
The Question all along the Watchtower 4 of 6.
I'm excited about that. That's been fun and good. A good companion book to Justice League Unlimited.
Titans 20. World Tree 33. That Fernando Blanco cover on the front's crazy. Holy crap, Walking Dead 107. That's a wicked cover on with that Nate Bellegarde cover.
They're still doing 2 of those a month.
Yeah. Double
Won't be
shipped
long.
and triple covered, yeah.
Yeah.
We're catching all the way up. ZATANNA #1. So this is DC superstar Jamal Campbell kicks off an all-new ZATANNA limited series. ZATANNA, the Zatara, the Mistress of Magic, is back.
So is a Miyake cover.
Yeah, I was just about to say that's a yes.
And a great Derek Chew.
Yeah.
Well, when we go over to previews, we'll kind of see the same things we kind of saw in the Diamond catalog.
Yeah,
and the
we're
same
starting
titles.
with some booms. We're starting with some House of Slaughter 30.
There's that In Bloom.
Yeah.
A lot of Power Rangers.
A lot of Power Rangers. Down into Titan, sure enough, a lot of Conan.
So much Conan.
Doctor Who, 15th Doctor, a pack of 1, 2, 3, and 4 available. Oh, there's a High on Life 4-pack. That's awesome.
And I don't know why is that funny?
High on Life is a fun little video game.
Oh.
That was just all comedy, where like your gun, your knife talk to you, stuff like that. It was crazy. It was made by the Rick and Morty guys before he got canceled. Actually, kind of during the cancellation.
So Dave Dwanch and Travis Himmel give us Loose End #1. And you had touched on that one on the last catalog we were looking at, the homage to 90s crime movies.
In the veins of Desperado, Swingers, Heat, and Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah.
That's pretty rad.
Yeah, I like all those.
Yeah, because the cover B is actually a Reservoir Dogs cover, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, 100%.
Down into our Marvel titles, Aliens vs. Avengers, Amazing Spider-Man 68.
I like the first couple of Aliens vs. Avengers, but curious how they're going to land that one.
Deadpool Wolverine #1 goes to a second printing, which also includes a Deadpool #1 25 copy incentive, which is a Greg Capullo cover. So, duh.
Doom Academy comes out.
Yeah.
Its first issue. That could be fun.
That could be very fun. MacKenzie, Cadenhead writing this. Did you think the Strange Academy would be the same in the world where Doctor Doom as the Sorcerer Supreme? No, it's now Doom Academy.
And is it Doom taking over Strange Academy or Doom launching a new academy with new characters? Because that's very different and more interesting to me.
Yeah, because new characters would be nice.
Yeah.
Ejikiri or Ejikiri, the really nice Laura Kinney Wolverine cover.
Fantastic 428 gets a Peach Momoko Rivals variant. That's going to be something. And I don't even see the standard cover anywhere.
Yeah. I think we've seen this before. This must be a reprint.
They're just not showing it as a reprint.
Yeah, because that's the one. It's got Jeff the Landshark on it. That one's been in our top 10 a few times. So
yeah,
they're redoing it. They're double dipping on that one. So I'm curious. Because there's our Magic cover as well.
Yeah, it actually says second print. So
okay, gotcha.
So they just left the second print off. Details.
Things that are actually quite important.
Quite important to collectors.
Star Wars Ahsoka 8. Star Wars High Republic Fear of the Jedi #1 by Cavan Scott. New York Times bestselling author Cavan Scott returns with artist Marika Cresta for the galaxy-shattering final arc of Star Wars The High Republic.
Yeah, who are those two people on the cover of... Was that the B cover?
Yeah.
Oh, it says Osha and May.
Yeah, exactly.
I still don't know who they are, but interesting nonetheless. Thunderbolts Doomstrike #1. Good timing there.
Mm-hmm.
Saw the trailer.
We think nuts.
Yeah. Saw the trailer, go out to the comic shop. Hey, look, there's new Thunderbolts.
Yep. Ultimate Wolverine getting a second print as well. So these Ultimate books continuing to do very, very well.
Because people don't like the regular continuity of the big two, so they got to buy Ultimates and Absolutes.
Mm-hmm. Seems to be where their bread is buttered.
Yeah.
Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man 3 of 5. Dynamite is only giving us Thundercats 12 and Zootopia 2 on limited editions that you can't afford because they're $50 pop.
Yeah.
Then into our smaller publishers. Barstow 3 from Dark Horse.
Borderlands
Moxie's Mysterious Mentos #3. Love my girl Mad Moxie, so that is awesome on that one. 3 of the 4 issue series.
Eat, Sleep, Reap, Repeat, #1 is a Berserker comic, but it's also a landscape book.
Yeah. Interesting. They've got the police lineup.
Yeah. Can't help but think of Usual Suspects when I see that.
That's exactly what I was originally going to classify it as. That. Yep.
Godzilla Heist, #1. Is that also a Reservoir Dogs cover?
On Godzilla Heist? Yeah, yes it is. That's nuts.
What's going on? That's weird.
Yeah.
That movie's got to be 40 years old, right? At this point. Let This One Be a Devil, #1. The Dark Horse PRH book.
Reservoir Dogs 1992, homie. Not quite.
Okay. 33 years then?
Yeah.
That's still
Pretty
a ton.
close. Still good.
Still
Wow.
old.
As a man born in the 80s, I'm trying to make it so the 90s aren't that old.
Yeah, 33 years old. Jesus.
Ooh, the OGN from Mashoko Tensei.
There's your Rick and Morty.
Yeah, Rick and Morty, Ricklemania #1. That's funny.
Stay Awake #1. This is Afterlight Comics. I don't remember saying them before.
Yeah.
Joseph Oliveri and Adrian Manuel. Another horror book.
Mm-hmm. Stranger Things D&D: The Rise of Hellfire #1.
Okay.
So of course the Hellfire Club is their D&D club from the show.
Do they I wonder if their comics are like in between seasons?
That's exactly what this is. This exciting new D&D focused prequel to the events of Stranger Things Season 4 features Eddie Munson's rise to the de facto leader of the Hellfire Club, his recruitment of Lucas, Dustin, and Mike, and a glimpse into the fantasy world they conquered together.
Well, that's kind of fun.
Yeah, that actually does.
That actually sounds really
spark
good.
my interest. Yeah. We take back all the things we were thinking.
Yeah, that's really a good idea.
Street Fighter Prime, Zero. Of course, you got a Chun-Li cover, and that is the one to want.
Well,
all right, Drew, this is one of the podcasts where I ask for your pick of the week. What's the one book to slow over, go grab, put in a top loader, and say, this is what I needed?
you know, I think I'm going to have to take a flyer on Doom Academy and see if it can replicate the short-lived heat that we got on Strange Academy.
Yeah, that first one had so many first appearances.
Yeah, with Doom being of interest to folks, and if there's new characters and they're Doom themed characters, it's possible this could really do something. So, but it might also just be all the original Strange Academy characters with Doom skins on them, Doom outfits, and not quite as cool. But so it's a 50-50 shot I'm taking.
I was gonna say, I've got a few things pulled up here. Of course, got Zatanna's Sozomaika cover from DC, Deadpool and Wolverine #1, the second print 1 in 25 Greg Capullo cover. Star Wars High Republic Fear of the Jedi #1 and the Stranger Things D&D book. I'm going to go ahead and go with Zatanna #1, the Sozomaika cover from our good friends at DC. But you know why, Drew? Because I'm all in.
Which you're going with the Sozomaika over the day?
Cover C.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Very cool.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys for tagging along with Drew and ourselves as we head through this Midland week in February as we go through.
Is it Midland, or are we just having a bad day?
No. It's just kind of a middle week in February. We always talk about January, February being kind of down.
Yeah.
So there was actually better than the average bear stuff here, but all in all, we're just kind of slogging through February as we get ready for movies from Marvel to come out, series ready to start, and all kinds of neat stuff going on. So we're just kind of finding what we can in the places that we can do.
Yeah.
If you want more from Drew and myself, as hopefully we're going to go see some Captain America movies and some other stuff. Of course, we'll sit down after those and put our thoughts on the podcast network, tell you guys what we think.
Not if we go to the 10:15 showing on Saturday. How am I even going to stay up that late?
You'll have been in bed for an hour and a half by the time
I'll have to do 2 Magic Minds to end up staying up that late.
Exactly right. It's exactly right. That's how we got to do that stuff. But, of course, those things are all going to be available to our patrons. So head on over to patreon.com, find Comics for Fun and Profit. Throw a couple bucks our way and be part of all of our fun and shenanigans. And shenanigans there shall be. So for Drew and for myself, see ya.
This episode of Comics for Fun and Profit is brought to you by our YouTube channel. Yes, we have a growing YouTube channel. We need likes and subscribes. Go to YouTube. Check out Comics for Fun and Profit. Just search Comics for Fun and Profit. Or you can go to beacons.ai/comicsfunprofit and find all our links, including our YouTube, and get there that way. Got about 600 plus of our episodes in there so far. Check them out at your leisure. We've got some playlists segmented, so all of our guest host episodes are on a playlist. All of our interview episodes by Jason are on a playlist. We're going to continue to go back in time and continue to add to those for you completists out there that want to listen to all of Comics for Fun and Profit's history, because they're gone. They're gone from Apple Podcasts. They're gone from Stitchers of the world. They have dropped off. I have them on a hard drive somewhere, and we'll get them archived onto YouTube for posterity. So when Kyle and I pass off this mortal coil, Google and YouTube ain't going nowhere. Our stuff will always be around. Please, I implore you. Even if you don't like YouTube or you don't like listening to podcasts on YouTube, I get it. But you like us, or you wouldn't be listening to this. Go to YouTube, subscribe. So we don't have there very many. We just started it. So we just started adding episodes. Would love your support in any way you can. Thank you.